Howdy ho! Let's check and make sure the mic's working this time. All right, I'm seeing the decibels. We're in the red. Nice. It's right where I like to be. Let's go ahead, you guys. Muster up. Where you're from, what you munching on. Of course, I'm Kevin from Ohio. Probably saw a lot of you earlier today for SpaceX in the news. Because it's Friday. Schwing. Cheers. We'll go big screen here in a second while you guys are roll calling. In the meantime, let's see what Peeps is up to. Peep-Yopi. Peep-Yopi. Wake up, Yopi. Yopi is my co-host. We'll get Kuno Bear up here in a little bit. And I also have Wilson and Jebediah Kerman, the Kerbal from Kerbin. Go get him, Piops. Wow, look at that, right in front of him. I try not to hit him because he'd get mad at me.
They took our jibs! They took your jib!
They took your jib! Took your jib!
Took my jib. All right, let's go big screen, meow. So we're tuning in for the return of NASA's Crew-4 astronauts. You want to see what they look like? Let's do it. You go to SpaceX.com/launches, and it's SpaceX, not NASA, because SpaceX is the transporter. Okay, so here they are. Just like Crew-5 that just launched, you can click on their faces and learn more about them. We're not going to do that. We're going to scroll down to the timeline and see where we're at. Right when I started the countdown for this live stream 5-6 minutes ago, they closed the hatch. The nose clone hatch just closed. So we got about 20 minutes left until those drogue chutes deploy. It's not exact, but give or take, that's about what what we're looking at time-wise speaking. And here are our heroes. We'll turn it up here in a second. Locals members, I do have the locals chat open if you want to use it. Thank you, Rumbillions, for rumbling in the Rumble rants. Laughing Cheese. I love cheese. Nerminal. Yo, what's going on, Big E3? Rev Jim Lieutenant. Shoots, brah. What's up, Ewan Jockey? Good to see you back. Carson Reed, good to see you again. Andy from Colorado. Cyber Herbalist, what's going on? Sussex in the UK. We got the UK. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Jelly sandwich. For some reason, it looks like this guy has a toupee on. I thought it was like a hat or something there for a second. He's just got really thick, wavy hair. All right, let's see what they're talking about. We're just waiting for the Dragon capsule to enter the denser parts of the atmosphere, so it should be like another 15 minutes or so.
SpaceX copies. Thank you, Freedom. And at this time, we're just over 5 minutes from predicted comm blackout. We will see you on the other side at 2049.
Hey, it's you. You're talking. Okay. So blackout, obviously, just like if you've seen Apollo 13, the Apollo days when the Apollo capsule would enter the atmosphere, you get that plasma buildup around the capsule because it's coming in so hot. The molecules, the air molecules that are hitting the heat shield are hitting so hard, so fast that creates that plasma, which is the fourth state of matter. All right. And that kind of creates a shield, a bubble, if you will, around the capsule that doesn't allow radio comms, communications. So you get that blackout. And then once the capsule starts to slow down, once it gets through the heat, then they'll have communications again. We'll have drogue deployment followed by chute deployment. There should be 2 drogues followed by 4 chutes. Okay, and I highly recommend my parachute documentary if you want to learn more about this specific recovery system, because it's very elegant. It's passive. It's elegant. I love it. It's beautiful. Andy, my hair used to be thick and wavy, but it's gotten rather thin over the years. Yep. That's what happens when you get old, brah. Okay, let me take a drink. Jessie is co-hosting, and I don't know her name from NASA.
Just a few minutes from now, and we are coming up on that communications blackout that is as expected as well.
Yeah, and this blackout period is basically when the vehicle is entering back into the Earth's atmosphere. It is heating up and plasma is building around the capsule, which prevents communications with here in mission control. It lasts about 6 minutes. It is nominal. And once we get through that blackout period, we do make sure that the crew can communicate with the ground here in mission control.
And we do have the NASA plane, the WB-57.
Cool. We want to see those views, bro. What's going on, locals chat? Keith May waiting on the bobbing marshmallow. Yeah, bro. It's going to be a toasty marshmallow before this plasma burn's done with it. Hey, what's going on, Eric Beavers? Eric Beavers making himself known in the Rumbles rants. Your rant here. Well, I appreciate you, Eric. Shout out to Eric. Everyone, please clap for Eric. Please clap. Thank you, Eric, for supporting the show. Last time we did a Rumble live stream, Eric was doing the Rumble Rants thing, and I told you guys I would donate part of those proceeds to the charity nonprofit Wings for Rescue. And it just so happens today, like an hour ago, I saw Fox News did a story on Wings for Rescue because they were flying pets, dogs from Florida because of Hurricane Ian. They have all these overpopulated shelters from the displaced local pet population. So Wings of Rescue was down there flying these dogs to other locations, other shelters where they could actually handle them. So I did use part of your donations, Eric, to help fund those guys with their mission. So I appreciate you, bro. Cyber Herbalist, another BFR for the channel. Keep up the good work, Kev. Well, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. My BFRs are the best. I have the best BFRs, Big Falcon Representatives. And if you're an old school SpaceX fan, you know that also stands for Big Freaking Rocket. the censored kind. Andy in Colorado is also on the locals chat too. Well, I can never use too much of Andy in Colorado, so thanks for being on both chats, brother. Gyro Falcon, you make it hard for me to catch up on work, Kev, but again, space first. Yeah, man, it's been a busy day. Okay, and now that we're on the topic, tonight we also have the Falcon 9 launch, unless it got scrubbed between the show I did earlier and now. I don't think it has, but I'm not going to be up for that one. It's supposed to launch around after 11 p.m. I can't remember the exact time. I will provide the link for you guys on locals, so that email will go out. But the lawyer wife is coming home with her FAZA from with her parentals from Disney World this evening, so I got to deal with that. She might be watching this live stream, so I got to be nice.
But we are now seconds away from the anticipated loss of signal.
Busy day. Right, peepers. He's snuggling with Jeb. How cute. You're so adorable. Kuno Bear. Come here, Coons. Let's see if we can get Kuno in here. I doubt it. Macramated himself into the couch.
Standing by for confirmation that we are in the communications blackout.
Hoorah, or wait, how's it go? Hoorah? I think Army's hoorah. I don't know, it's been a while since I thought about it. All I know is Navy's hooyah. Hoorah.
And as we await that confirmation, you can see the crowd is starting to grow.
Big
here
freaking
in
rock in the
Hawthorne,
Army, huh,
behind
Cyber?
the Mission Control Center here. Looks like folks are trying to get a good view as we anticipate splashdown here in a little less than 15 minutes.
I think this guy's waving
we do get
to
pretty
us.
excited when we are bringing crew back home.
This guy.
It is pretty exciting
What's going on,
to
guy?
watch them as they touch
Wave
back
back
down
if
on
you're watching
planet
us.
Earth. They've been out in space
On
for
Rumble.
about 6 months now.
Hey, look at that, you guys. Check it out. We are the top video on Rumble.
Again, we are
Good for
currently
us.
in the
Good
comms
for
blackout
SpaceX.
period. This is nominal, lasts about 6
Thank you,
minutes.
Rumble.
We are just
Oh, no.
a few minutes
Gotta get rid
away
of this.
from passing through this blackout period.
All right, how do I get rid of the bottom bar without pausing the video? I've been in this situation before. Gosh darn it. Here we go. Oh, I paused it. Now I got to refresh. And Peeps is nudging my arm. Peeps. And now it's not going to work. I'm screwed. Okay, there we go. Hi, Bubba. What you doing? You're not Kuno Bear. You just wanted to change spots, huh? Yeah, so these 4 astronauts have been in space doing their mission for about 6 months. Do you think you could stay in a little prison in space for 6 months? Why are we buffering now? Peeps, what did you do, bro? We gotta go. Let's just click back here, and then we'll click the live to make sure we're live. We're live enough. This is my life. Quit buffering, you piece. Well, let's go down from 4K. Maybe I'm just using up too much juice. My internet this summer and fall
we are entering a
has just been completely whacked, dude. Has your internet been working, like acting up
team,
like
no
mine has?
external commanding of the vehicle or voice communication is possible. Now, as a reminder, Dragon is designed to fly itself, so during...
This is top tier Rumble videoing right here. I am so glad I'm in the top spot right now, totally jacking up my live stream. Yay for me, please clap. All right, back to you, SpaceX host.
3,500 degrees Fahrenheit. And again, the blackout period is expected to last about 6, maybe up to 7 minutes long.
That's right. That's what it is. Army is hooah. I can never get armies right. And then Marines is hoorah. And Navy's is the best with hooyah. Brent Wolf shoots shipmate. Yeah. Ooh, you got your dress blues on. Fancy you. Man, I hated those things. They were so itchy around my private parts. Wan Jockey, thank you as well for the tip. Thanks for your amazing content, Kev. Well, I just live here. You guys, you perverts are in my former bedroom, or my bedroom when the lawyer wife kicks me out of our bedroom.
Going with the main parachutes,
This is
and
it.
then we'll see splashdown, and then the recovery process to get the crew onto the recovery vessel, and then out of the capsule will begin.
This guy stole my hat, man.
We did mention the high temperatures that the vehicle is seeing during this blackout period. So there is nitrox flowing through the suits that the astronauts are in, and that helps keep them cool while the vehicle is getting very hot on the outside.
So if you didn't check out today's SpaceX in the News episode, make sure you do. It's jam-packed full
So
of
we are
useful
getting our very
knowledge.
first views there from the
There we go.
WB-57 of the capsule as it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere. Those views coming from an infrared camera that is on board.
Check out my Shoots tee, brah. Shoots. You can't get them anymore, I don't think. Maybe they're still on the store. I don't know. Check out the link in the description below. I can't remember. I have a terrible memory. It's kind of embarrassing. We should start seeing some streakage. It's not looking very streaky yet.
And so the team will continue to track Dragon as it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere. We now have about 3 minutes remaining in the blackout period, but again, the WB-57 that is deployed is getting those views of Dragon already.
Once the expected blackout period is over, the Corps here in Mission Control will attempt to establish communications with the crew. So you may hear some call-outs checking in with the crew. And they will make that call-out until the crew does respond, which will confirm acquisition of signal.
Again, if you watched Apollo 13 with Tommy Hanks, this will be very reminiscent of that movie. And they're like, Apollo 13, or do you read? And they just keep saying it over and over. Because we got that plasma blackout going on. You want to know what that is? I already explained it. You're too late. For shame.
We have
Brent.
about 2 minutes remaining in the anticipated period of communications blackout. Now, it's not an exact science. There might be some variation that occurs. We might hear from the crew a little earlier than we expected, or potentially a little bit later. But we are all on the edge of our seats, eagerly awaiting to hear from the crew. So far, everything looking good.
Looks like this is their altitude right here, their mean sea level. That's their altitude above the sea. The alternative is AGL, above ground level, but they're over the sea, so just use MSL. Yeah, it looks like it's dropping, so it must be accurate.
Dragon, SpaceX comm check.
And they're checking for comms right now. Why would you be dumb enough to piss the wife off, much less a lawyer wife? Doesn't seem like a good course to steer. Yeah. I've lost consciousness more times than I can count on the couch. That's just code talk for she's kicked me out of the bedroom. Look at that streak. We got
Continuing
streakage
to get
now.
those views from the WB-57 of Crew Dragon as it continues to make its way closer and closer to splashdown.
Freedom, SpaceX comm check.
They're sleeping. They pulled too many G's. Actually, I think
Stream has you loud and clear. Coming
they are.
30 kilometers altitude.
Copy and concur. Expect automated chute deployment.
Freedom copies. We'll be monitoring.
And HEPS is converged. Expect nominal chute deployment altitude.
this recovery system is all hands-free.
Looking for nominal chute deploy.
All barometers and, you know, switches doing
Well, Jesse,
their own
it
things.
is absolutely phenomenal to hear from the crew on the other side of that communications blackout period. We are continuing to get these great views from the WB-57 high-altitude aircraft, providing that thermal imagery. We did even see the tail of entry of the vehicle, and it's just absolutely beautiful to see that. So we also heard
They're shooting stars, guys.
We did
They're
hear
like
a
comets
call
in
up
the
to the
sky.
crew that they are expecting the automated drogue deployment, so we're just standing by for confirmation that Dragon's chutes have deployed.
Drogue shoots, brah. Pop them. Again, it's automatic, and they're
And there will
mortared
be a
out.
set-
Freedom SpaceX, brace for drogue window.
So mortars actually shoot them out, and they do that because there's like a pocket, like a burble behind the spacecraft, and if you just like
Corey
kind of
here
like
communicating
limp
with the
wrist them
crew,
out, they can get stuck in the
giving them
burble
a
and not
heads up that
deploy.
they should feel the drogue
So you gotta
chutes
shoot them into the
deploying here shortly,
airstream.
followed by the main chutes just about a minute later.
Again, I got an entire
The drogue
documentary
chutes do
on
help
this
to
kind of
slow the
recovery
vehicle
system,
down
so
to
just
about
check out my
350
parachute
miles
documentary,
per
bro.
hour.
It
Whereas
is
the main chutes
the
will
tits.
deploy, after the main chutes deploy, it will slow the vehicle down even more, and by the time that the vehicle splashes down, should be around 16 miles per hour.
Adjust the contrast. There we go.
And there's those drogue chutes, and you can hear the crowd here very excited to see them deploy.
Drogue chute descent rate nominal and visual on 2 healthy drogues.
So they'll cruise under those for a little bit,
Freedom copies.
and then those will deploy the 4 mains. They use their drogues as dual pilot chutes as well. Some capsules, like
Very
I believe
cool
Orion,
view of Dragon with the 2 drogue chutes. We are just anticipating the main chutes to deploy here shortly.
actually I think it might be Starliner. It might be, there you go. It might be Boeing and Starliner and Orion. They actually have separate drogue chutes and pilot chutes. See if we get any lead lag this time. Nope.
Main chute descent rate nominal, visual on 4 healthy mains.
Yeah. How about that? Please clap.
And great news, as you can see there, the main chutes have deployed, slowing the Dragon vehicle down significantly, down to approximately 119 miles per hour.
Freedom is 1,000 meters.
1,000 meter. Okay, so just really quick. So the last few
Copy 1,000.
Dragon splashdowns, crew and cargo, actually, they've been having this lead lag issue where
Now,
one of
Dragon
these
has saved
4
all
chutes
propulsion
won't actually
systems
fully
and
inflate
is
right
now
away.
terminating the
But it looks
nitrox
like they got
suit
that
and cabin
issue
purges,
figured out. But it was never
and
like a
is
huge issue because
800 meters.
all that is just the parachutes fighting over for the best wind as they're
Copy,
opening up
800.
after they're reefed. And the reefing, when they deployed, you could see like at the bottom of the
Dragon is
chutes they
beginning
weren't
to
fully open. That's
increase
because they're
pressure
reefed with
in
this line around the
preparation
rim
for
of the
landing.
parachute. And that's
And
just so they
mission
don't fully
control-
inflate all at
mission
one
control
time
team
and
here
shred the
in
chutes and
Hawthorne is
put a lot
reporting
more G's on the
the
astronauts.
precise landing coordinates
So
to the
they cut
recovery
those
team.
reefing lines, and then those chutes can fully deploy slowly.
So we did get that
Look at them
confirmation.
dance,
The
guys.
chutes-
It's so sexy.
600.
The crew is now 600 meters away from splashing down. We do expect splashdown in about 2 minutes from now.
Some guys go to the strip club. I watch chutes dance in the sky.
Landing
perverted
in
like
water
that.
is simpler, therefore more reliable, and it provides more margin against unlikely
Freedom
parachute.
400 meters.
Copy 4.
Provides more margin against unlikely parachute issues. We had to learn how to make Dragon waterproof, but once you do, it is a rinse, review, and reuse type of process. And we are just about a minute away from splashdown of the Dragon vehicle back onto planet Earth, and hearing good callouts of the altitude of Dragon as
Freedom's
it's
at 200 meters. We're bracing for splashdown.
Copy, brace for splashdown.
And again, that descent rate is as expected here. Pretty soon we should be able to see the view of the ocean come into view as Crew Dragon Freedom with 4 astronauts on board prepares to splash down after spending 170 days in space after launching on April 27th.
This is how they brace for splashdown, like a hot dog. They just clench and do kegels. Here we go. I say kegels, not bagels. They're like scoops. Please clap again. Jeb Bish.
incredible view as the crowd.
You got your bobbing marshmallow,
goes
bro.
wild for Crew-4.
Copy Freedom, SpaceX to Splashdown and mains cut.
Welcome
Copy. Mains are
home.
cut.
They cut the mains after
Welcome
splashdown
home,
because
Crew-4. Great view.
you know, they don't
watching
want like a
Dragon
sperm whale
splash down
jumping out of the
back
water,
on
grabbing
planet
onto
Earth.
the chutes and pulling them down.
Now, as you can see on your screen,
Just-
we
that's
have
a joke.
visual confirmation for splashdown of the Dragon spacecraft. Dragon Freedom has returned home, and NASA astronauts Chell, Bob, Jessica, and ES.
SpaceX Freedom, we are water uprighting and stable 1.
Copy Freedom. We see stable 1. You are go for 4.800. And on behalf of SpaceX, welcome home. Thanks for flying SpaceX.
Welcome home. All right, so pretty soon we'll start seeing the recovery boats make their way out there. And if you remember back to Bob and Doug's splashdown back in, I don't know, when it was like 20, I don't, when was it 20? It was 2020. I know they lifted off in May of 2020, but I don't remember when they splashed down. It must have been around this time, maybe a little bit later in the year. But they didn't exactly secure the perimeter, and they had all these civilian boats pulling up to the bobbing marshmallow, and they created a huge cluster. And well, they got that problem fixed right away, so it's no longer an issue. But if you want to keep, that's a shark. That's a shark. Actually, it looks like a kayaker. No, it's a rib. No, it's a jet ski. Holy cow! How about that? I'm gonna call this stream here, you guys. If you want to keep watching, I provided a direct link in the description below. It takes you to YouTube. For that, I apologize. All right, because Rumble is where it's at. All right, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting free speech, guys. Again, don't forget to watch today's episode of SpaceX in the News. It's on my channel. Check it out. It's jam-packed full of useful knowledge and information for you to start your weekend off the right way. Okay. And if you're interested in more of this kind of stuff with like parachute systems, recovery systems, I did a whole 30-some minute documentary on it a couple years ago, actually just days before Bob and Doug took off. It took months for me to do. It's the best video I've ever done. I try to make it very entertaining. I think it worked. So go ahead and check it out if you haven't seen it yet. All right, sehr gut. Man, that is one toasty marshmallow. They stinged it good. You guys have a nominal weekend, okay? Thank you, local supporters, for supporting. Don't do anything I would do. Until next time, Godspeed.